Hi, powerful leaders. This episode is from a live training that I do weekly inside my Facebook group called the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders Community. Feel free to join us inside the group so I can get to know you better and I can answer any questions you might have. I just love the live interaction, answering to your question, listening to your stories. There is so much power in connecting in a deeper way, and I really hope you do take this invitation. The way I edit these episodes is really to give you all the value, but if you want to have the live interaction, ask any questions, and get them answered by me, please join us in the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders community. I can't wait to see you there, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Happy Monday, powerful leaders. Today I have an incredible story to share with you. I was on a hike and I couldn't believe how poetic and a direct reflection of life taking a hike was for me, because hiking is as much as a mental game as it is a physical one, which is why I love to hike, because of the mental challenge. And as a leader and entrepreneur, you know this. Practicing that mental resiliency and emotional intelligence when things are harder than you anticipated, could be the difference between giving up or making it to the top. And I was just so glad to be in nature, being able to smell the smells of nature, seeing the little animals, hearing the wind blow. And as I was hiking and going along, it gets harder. The climb gets harder, and my breathing was getting shallow and my legs were cramping up. And I had to really remind myself of who I am and why I decided to do the hike in the first place, and why it was so important for me to make it no matter how hard it got. Because it's easy to keep moving forward when the terrain has no elevation. You know, this is like the analogy in business when results are coming in, the engagement is through the roof, clients are signing up, and you're launching and you feel amazing and things are going and the momentum is there and you feel amazing. So it's easy to keep going, but it's harder to keep up when you have rocks to climb. So this is when, clients don't keep their word. They give up halfway through your program, or they default on their payments, or you launch and you hear crickets and everything flops and nothing seems to be working. So it's harder to keep moving forward when those things happen. So it's really about allowing yourself to get some breaks in between the elevation. It's essential to rest, to give your body some time to catch up, to take a breath. And the biggest lesson here, though, for me is that the view was incredible. When I reached the top, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh my gosh, can I do this? Because the last 10 minutes of the hike, it was completely jammed with big rocks, and you got to be careful not to put your foot somewhere and get trapped there and just fall down. And I had a little mental break. I was like, oh my gosh, can I really do these last 10 minutes? But then I'm like, yes, I didn't go this far to give up now. I'm gonna finish this hike. I'm gonna go to the top. And as soon as I saw the view, obviously it was breathtaking. And the thing is, I realized this is it didn't bring me as much satisfaction as knowing that I believe in myself enough to not give up and see it through, right? So yes, the view was awesome, but the fact that I believed in myself enough to make it to the top was the actual thing that brought me the most satisfaction. So it's that internal voice that always screams, you can do it. Believe in yourself. There's nothing you can do, no matter how much pain you're in. And I know you get this on a deep level. So this is your reminder that if you're going through a rough patch, a rough terrain right now with lots of elevations, lots of rocks, and that your breathing is getting shallow and that your whole body is starting to shut down because it's just too painful, this is your reminder that it's all about believing that you can do it and believing that you're worthy enough to achieve it and make it to the top. It's about how you see yourself and how you choose to hold yourself and make the right decisions for you that will make it worthwhile. So if you feel exhausted and frustrated and in pain, I get it. And that's inevitable. And we all go through that in life, in business. But I guarantee you will also feel fulfilled and free if you do decide to believe, if you do decide to see yourself as someone who's worthy of making it, and if you do ask for help, and if you do never give up, and if you keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you always remain true to yourself, and you do the things that will move the needle forward, and you create that momentum again and again and again and again, you will make it. And you will be so proud of the person you've become. And that new identity, it will serve you for the rest of your life. It's going to keep following you everywhere you go. That mental resiliency will follow you everywhere you go. And that's the true trophy. That's the true thing that we're in the pursuit of, is who we're becoming. So many of us lose sight of that. So many of us are in the chase, in the shiny objects, in the big results, the big money results, the 6-figure months, and all of that. But the most important thing is who you're becoming, what you're taking away from it, and how you handle situations that are challenging, and how you treat others, and how kind you are. That's what really matters, right? So if you agree with this, send me a message on Instagram at annapatricia.coach. I would love to hear what you think about this, but I really had to share this story today because it really reminded me, of why I started this, why I'm helping other women grow their business, and it's such a beautiful thing to do. I think it's the hardest thing, but the most beautiful thing because of who you become. And that's really what it's all about. And it would be an honor for me to help you, guide you, really reach the top and be there to hold you, hold that space for you to really digest and integrate who you're becoming at every stepping stone that you're taking. And that's really what my coaching is all about. It's about helping you getting that clarity every time you feel like giving up, every time you feel like it's getting too hard. I come in and I'm like, hey, have you thought about this? Have you looked back at how far you've come? What have you learned from these lessons, from these experiences? Who have you become? What still needs to get done? So I'm like this sounding board that is there for you when those times get tough. And I'm also the person there with you to celebrate when you do get back up, when you do move forward and grow that momentum and get those results. It's such an amazing feeling and I love it so much. So if you know that, you're ready to get that help, get that support, get that accountability, send me a message now. Let's chat. I have 2 spots open for private coaching and it would be an honor for me to help you. So don't be shy. Send me a DM at annapatricia.coach or Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. And yeah, thank you so much for listening today. And I'll see you next week on the next episode. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.